It's me, JC, back with another Ceramic Hour live stream. I was super busy finishing up the underglazes and glazing. What we got? We got like some bunny dishes, that black chicken, some cat dishes. We have like 3 cats. This chicken is just about done. I just need to wipe off the glaze on the bottom of the dish. I am doing the eyes for the turtles. I only have 1 coat of those done. I need to finish glazing the sides of this bunny dish, and then once that's all cleaned up, then this one will be ready. This one will be done. So, let me just kind of maybe move some things. And then I grabbed a chicken and a cat dish. I thought maybe we could, I don't know, underglaze that with something. Let me open this bottle up. And then, okay, I'm not 100% sure, but I think, both of the glaze and the bisque load that I brought in, when was that? Friday? Maybe, I don't know. Whenever I brought that in, Thursday or Friday, I got an invoice, and I think it's for both. I feel like if it was just the one, that would be really expensive. Usually, like any other time that I've dropped off both loads, they are usually loaded into the kiln at like different times. So they send me like 2 different invoices. So I'm pretty sure they were loaded the same day. So then, so I think when I go to pick them up on Wednesday, I think they'll all be done. I think they're having more, like firings more often. I bet a bunch of people are making all kinds of stuff for holiday gifting. Especially like the people that have like memberships at the studio. Not sure like how many people like do outside firing with them, like me, but but definitely like their members have little, you know, shops and stuff. Let me see. I know this is not entirely that exciting, but I'm going to like wash my little chicken. Just gotta get my sponge nice and wet. I love these, like, I think this is a natural sponge. They come in like kind of like squares and stuff. I'll just like cut them up into little pieces. I feel like this works really well for me, the way that I work. So we don't have too much on here. You can see there are a couple like dribbles of glaze that are sitting on top of the wax resist. So it does repel most of it, but not all of it. So we just want to wash up the foot of this, our little chicken. Did I do the sides of this? Usually I can't really see like the design once I put like 3 coats of glaze up. I'm like, I can kind of see it, and I'm like, I wonder if I like forgot. I don't know. I mean, that's at least 2 coats because I can like see like the separate layers. Just trying to take a good look at it. Oops. Okay, let me just like kind of try to get like the inner part of the foot. Oh, it was like, I think it's like Saturday or something. The studio emailed me and they said, I don't think they said which firing it was for, but they said while loading the kiln, they broke something. Fingers crossed that whatever broke is not the commission piece that I've been working on for like a few weeks now. I'm just like, please, not that one. Just any of them except that one. But I have no idea which one broke. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Where can I put this? I don't have very much space. I can move this turtle shell. Let me try to... It looks exactly the same as like the ones that don't have anything on them. Okay. This one is still drying, so I guess we could, I don't know, I was kind of thinking maybe we should do like a coat on the chicken. Let me see. Let me get my test towels out. I want to like double check. Okay, let's put the chicken off. I thought that one of my underglazes would be like really good for a yellow chicken, but I think I might have to do like a custom mix. I don't really feel like doing that. So let's get our white out and work on the eyes. Look at this. Let me just wash my little brush off here. me put this. It's like not in my way like too much. Okay, I just want to make sure. I feel like I've been making the eyes a little bit small compared to my first one over here. Yeah, I feel like the eyes are like maybe a bit small. This one is definitely not anywhere near being done. I think this one has like maybe the wonkiest eyes. So I'll need to like adjust. What is that noise? It's like someone is upstairs rollerblading in their apartment. Okay. Maybe I could make it like a tiny bit bigger. Oops. I hope you guys can't hear that. It's like really loud. Okay, I think this is good for our turtle. I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna do like all the layers for the white, and then if I need to go over it with the green, I could do that probably at the end. Sorry, I really don't know where to put my camera. Also, it's like my other camera holder like was a lot more flexible in like the angles that I could put it at, and this one is like not quite the same in how flexible it is. So I'm sorry, I can't change. Like, I know it's like tilted right now and I can't really do anything about that. It's really, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's like whoever made it really didn't, I don't know, think about like all the different angles you might want while using it. For the turtles, this is all I need to do is do the eyes and then of course glaze it. But that is it. And then these are finally going to go into the glaze firing. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure if I get all these turtles done by Wednesday, which I feel like is doable. I feel like I could get a good amount of progress done tonight, at least for the eyes, and then maybe glaze them tomorrow. Sometimes I go back and forth with, like, when I'm doing the eyes, back and forth between like putting down white and then like I like mess up and I have to put green over it, and then I mess up with the green and I have to put white over it. That happens a lot. So that's why I'm kind of thinking I might not get to glazing these tonight. Just because like that portion of it takes like a little while. It's kind of making like the cat dishes a little bit trickier because you have like both eyeballs and you have to like make both like round, which is not the easiest thing. I mean, I feel like they're not too incredibly wonky. I wouldn't say like any of the eyes that I'm doing are perfect, but I feel like they are doable. But yeah, like you have to make them, try to make them like as round as you can, but also like the same size too. And like hopefully where they land on the dish is like, centered, I guess. I don't really know like exactly how to say that. So that's making the cat dishes really tricky because like all my bunny dishes, like bunnies have, eyes on the side of their head. So both the bunny templates that I have, it's only showing one eye. So it's actually making it like a lot easier. But I don't think the turtles are too bad. Because it's like... It's such a small portion of the design, if that makes sense. Where, like, cats is like... The cat dishes I have, like, the cat face really is front and center. Like... It's just... the one thing that you're looking at. So if they're like wonky, then it's like also I'm like, I don't know. I'm going like back and forth, but I think the cat dishes that I made, I think the eyes might be too small. I'm gonna be posting some pictures of them. Let's see. I have at least like the one posted on Instagram if you want to see it. The black cat, and then he has green eyes. Please let me know what you think. Like if you think they look fine, or if you think like the face is too small. Maybe it's like the eyes and the nose. I don't know. I'm gonna have to like stare at them for a very long time and like make a decision. Maybe like stare at them for a long time, think about it, and then like come back to it and be like, okay, yeah, these look weird. Or I don't know. This bunny dish that I'm working on here is he has like a little white kind of triangle, and then the rest of his face is brown. We're working on him during the stream, and I didn't really realize I made the eye a little bit too small, so I just kind of like erased it and then redid the eye. So the eyes are definitely kind of a pain point right now. This is like, the sides are almost done drawing, but they're not quite there. Let me see. I think the other ones are just, they're just kind of drawing right now. Okay, let me try to like pull up on my computer. I don't know, maybe we could, I think we could work on this chicken. but I do think I'm going to have to mix a custom color. Maybe. So I've got my, sorry, I keep hitting the camera and I'm sure that's annoying. Okay, so I've got my test tiles here. These are for my underglazes. I personally like to see like how opaque they are at different amounts of coats that you put on it. So I have like 1 coat, 2 coat, 3 coats. Most people do recommend doing 3 coats. I usually kind of do 5 because I want to make sure that it is opaque, but that's just me. And also I think other people might be applying more underglaze per layer than me, so that's also like a consideration. But just so you know what these are. And then I have like the it's so hard to see. It's actually a lot better if you don't put glaze on the name. I know it's hard to see like on this one, but I can like see it like okay. I mean, I'm kind of squinting, but I'm thinking about making they're kind of like an orangey yellow, maybe you would say like a gold chicken. Let me see. I think this is the turtle shell. I've been using it as like a paint palette. Also, just side note, if you are going to like put glaze or underglaze on, you know, like something as like a paint palette, make sure it's something that you are definitely not going to be eating off of or drinking off of later. Obviously, this is a trinket dish, jewelry box kind of thing, so no food is going on here. But just, you know, side note for you guys, because underglaze and glaze, when they are not, you know, like sealed from the firing, they can have, you know, some bad chemicals or whatever, minerals and stuff in there. But I know for sure I'm not going to ever be eating off of this, so this is fine. Let me just, I'm trying to wash my brush off. It has a bunch of glaze on it. But I think a lot of you probably know that, so like if you only put underglaze on a piece, it will be matte, unless it's stroke and coat. Stroke and coat comes with like glaze inside of it. But if you only put underglaze on a piece, that piece won't be food safe. You have to put some kind of glaze on top of it. Of course, a glaze that is food safe. And what happens after that's fired is that, of course, I'm sure you know, it like changes chemically. Just like the same as if you put cookie dough in the oven, it's physically different. Like it's chemically different when you take it out of the oven. And it cannot be turned back into cookie dough. This is the same kind of concept if you're thinking about clay. So once you do a glaze firing, glazes have silica in it, and that is basically glass, which is why you know, like commonly you see like it's very reflective, very smooth, just like glass. It's basically what is in the glaze, and when you put it up to like a high temperature, it melts, and then when it cools down, it's sealing all of those materials, any kind of like possibly hazardous materials. It's sealing that under said glass, basically. So that's why you know, using like a clear glaze on top of your underglaze makes it safe to eat off of, or, you know, put in the dishwasher, that kind of stuff. Not all glazes are food safe though, so it is good to double check the labels before you like apply it to like cups and plates and things that people are probably going to eat off of. You know, if you see a cup, it's like, I mean, it's a cup. Like, they're probably possibly going to use it as a cup, even if you like label it as a vase. If it's, you know, kind of ambiguous. Sorry, I'm trying to like get this underglaze up here. It's taking a long time. But yeah, that's just like a really basic overview. I really don't know like a ton about chemistry and that side of ceramics, but I think that's just kind of like the most basic kind of info that you really need. Okay. So we've got this cleaned off. This is the color that I'm using for the comb and the wattles. And then this is the color that I was using for the beaks. I might have enough of this for the, you know, of the red, but I'll definitely have to mix up more of that yellow. At this point, I'm just kind of guessing. Hopefully the color turns out as something that looks decent. But I really don't know how it's going to turn out. Okay, so I want... Let me grab my colors. I think I have these over here. Squash and intense yellow. Or wait. I was kind of thinking intense yellow, squash, and maybe some of this brown. Oh, my back. Supposedly, I don't think this is super accurate, but supposedly if you mix up your color and then you put it on, you know, like some bisque, let it dry, and then you like put some water on it, supposedly that's how it's supposed to look when it's done. I don't feel like that is totally accurate because I put some of this red down and I know this red is definitely going to be a lot more bright, and it was not that bright when I put water on it. So I think we're just going to be, you know, what's that saying? Like flying in the dark or something. So let me just, okay, let me actually move this maybe. So I'm kind of thinking, like majority of this yellow and then a hint of this orangey one. Let me just, I'm just like, I need to make sure I'm grabbing the right one because they look a bit different in the bottle than, you know, maybe I should be putting this in a container. This is literally basically how I work, like even if I was like off the street. I don't know. It's fine. I really don't want to grab too much. So I think mostly, what should we do? Maybe kind of like, I always guess at this. So let's kind of guess 50% intense yellow, 25% squash, maybe 25% of that brown. I definitely, it's good that I'm like recording this, but I typically will write this down in my notebook. I'll be like, okay, for the comb or whatever, I did this percent of each. So then if I run out of underglaze and need to like remix more together, then I have like a decent idea of, I mean, it's not perfect, but a decent idea of like how much color I need. It's making a really horrible noise as I'm like trying to mix this. If you are not very good at mixing paint, I highly recommend checking out some videos. I'm sure there are probably some good videos on YouTube on kind of the art of color mixing. But I have seen some really good ones on like Skillshare. Let me see. I've been using this one as a little tester, so I think I'm just going to like just do like a glob on here, and then just kind of, we're gonna let this dry, and then we'll kind of try to see if it maybe shows us an accurate color. But there's a lot to color mixing, because you can obviously get much more like refined colors, like ones that you want for your projects, versus having to try and buy those exact colors. Of course, it is very, you know, it's so much like quicker, easier to just grab a bottle of the exact color that you need. But a lot of the times there probably won't be that exact match, and you might have to do some mixing. But yeah, I highly recommend like checking out like some painting videos. I wouldn't really say that there's a whole lot that's different about like learning how to color mix with paint or with underglaze. They both pretty much, I mean, there's not really a big difference, except the fact that like we don't know like how this is actually going to turn out until it's been glazed. That portion is a little tougher. But you could definitely practice with paints, and then you can get a better idea about what to add to your mixes to get the result that you want. Specifically, like more natural colors, you're going to probably have to add like complementary colors into it to dull them. Stuff like that, I'm sure, is really helpful for people that want to do like greenery, fruits, that kind of thing. I think we could maybe do the side of this again while that is drying. But But yeah, if you want to do like, I mean, just leaves, like there are not like a lot of colors for like, I don't know. I have like a hard time finding like the right green. Which was like one of my problems when making these turtles. Like I just could not find the right green for them. And I just kind of settled on this box one because I was like, I have no idea how much underglaze this is going to take, and I don't really want to mix them and then like they all turn out like a slightly different color green. I don't know. It was just not really what I wanted, and I think the green that I have is like fine. Like I'm happy with it. It works. But there's definitely a bit of a struggle with trying to find the right colors. And there is quite a bit. I was watching, probably it was from like a video on Skillshare. I was watching about color mixing because I'm like, I just love working with color. Like when I was doing abstract painting with watercolors, like I feel like, you know, like one of the main focuses was color and shapes, just because I love both of those like together. And I was like, I don't know, I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna check out some videos and see like whatever they're talking about, see if there's anything that I didn't know in here. Although I did go to school for art, we did not, like my painting classes did not go over like properly mixing colors. Like I don't know if that was just something that, I don't know, I just missed somehow, but I don't remember anything about color mixing in college. So that's where I'm at. Let me just like dry off my brush here. But yeah, there's a lot about colors. Like, I'm definitely not like, I think I would need to like get info like together that really works well, but just like something that I never really consider about colors is like, so if you look at the reds that I have here, so this line and then this darker line, was that like, I think everybody knows that there are warm and cool colors, but all colors, it doesn't matter like where it is, they have a warm and a cool counterpart. So like red is typically known as a warm color, but if you compare like this red to this one over here that's more like more Christmassy, pepperminty, like this one is actually cooler than this one. This one is warmer and has like, you can see it's a little bit more orangey. So that's like something that I never really realized about color until I took like one of those classes. You can see like, I don't know, just like between these two greens, this one has, this one's cooler because it leans more towards blue, where this other green, it has a lot more yellow in it, so it leans warmer into being, it has like, you know, it just has more yellow in it. So that's really, that's another like example of that. And when you're mixing colors, that can be really important to get the outcome that you want. You can't just like grab just any, you know, any version of like green. You want to grab the right version. And then on top of this, you also have like, this one's more saturated, this one's like desaturated. So this one has like more brownish and like muddier colors in it. So I don't know. There's like that whole thing about color mixing. And it's really fun to just, this video it had an exercise where you took just like different colors from your palette and mix them together to see how they turned out. So like one color wheel, the primaries would be like all warm. So you grabbed warmer versions of yellow, red, blue, and then the other color wheel, you would grab like cooler tones of all those. So a cooler yellow, cooler red, and a cooler blue. And then you would mix the twos to get your secondary colors. So secondary color, if you're mixing red and blue, your secondary color is purple, right? So it's really interesting to like play with that and like see what happens when you do these kind of different mixes with the colors that you have. I mean, particularly as, you know, for painters, it's a little bit probably more obvious, like what you're going to choose from your palette to use. Like, I feel like the underglazes are kind of random, maybe, depending on like what you lean towards in buying. But it's probably really good to have like some really stable colors. Like, I'm not sure how often I'm going to use this really dark red, but it's such a staple as a cooler red tone. I mean, I'm definitely going to be using it for like candy canes and stuff coming up. They would be great for like berries too. But it's good to have like those core primary colors in your palette so that you can work with them. Let me see. This is almost dried, but not quite. Our little mustard here is still drying. So I guess let's grab our turtles and maybe put like another coat on there. Some of this color mixing knowledge can also be a little useful when you're editing photos. So I would say a lot of the time my photos will lean warmer than I want them to. So I have to balance that out. So you would kind of like, I don't know, I usually work in Lightroom for my photos. And they have like a little toggle for turning the photo like more blue or more yellow. It's kind of like a little scale that you can move it around on. So that kind of helps a little bit. I mean, I think if you just played around a lot in like some photo editor or maybe like watch some videos, you would probably be able to pick that up without knowing a ton about color mixing. But I think it can be helpful to be able to like look at your photos like of your products and be like, okay, this needs to be more saturated. this needs to be desaturated. And being able to like edit your photos so that they look more realistic. I think that's what most people want. If you're like trying to sell your art, it's like accurate representations of like what you're trying to sell. And I would definitely say it is best to try to photograph your stuff with natural light. So when I take photos, I'll turn off all the lights in the house, and then I go shoot next to the window. Because if I kept on a light, even if it's like a bit further away in the room, that light will reach, you know, where I'm trying to take my photo, and the color is not going to be the same as daylight. So we're actually getting like two different colors hitting my object. And it can make it very tricky to edit your photos if there's more than one color of light source like coming into your photo. It makes it super tricky. But I'm sure you can get definitely probably better tips from like a photographer about editing photos than I can. I am okay, I think, with my photos. Like, I'm pretty happy with them. Like, I mean, definitely could be better. But I don't hate them. But I'm also just like, I'm not a photographer, and I'm like, I really don't know like a ton. Like, I've always been photographing all of my work. So it's been like, I don't know, like, I've been editing photos of my work. I mean, really, like, since I was making stuff in college. So, I mean, I don't know, like 8 years or something. It really is like a work in progress. And I mean, I would say it's a pretty tough thing to do. For someone that, you know, photography isn't like your thing. Photography is definitely not my thing. I like doing like fun photos, but I just like, it's so stressful trying to do like product photos. But it's just the way of running a small business. And I don't know. I mean, it is definitely a lot more convenient that I just, you know, I can just decide one day, okay, I'm going to grab some photos of these new pieces now and edit them, and they're going to be ready, like, I don't know, ready to post like the next day or something. It's definitely a bit of a convenience there. I have no idea like how long a photographer would take to work with, but I wouldn't say that's probably convenient. That's, I don't know, I kind of like dream of that that day. Like, my business is doing like so well that I can just like hire someone else to take my photos. Just like dreaming of that day. That would be amazing. Let me just put this over here so I don't like drop it on that ugly mustard color. It is just pouring out there. Apparently pouring cats and dogs because someone's alarm is going off. I don't think I intended on glazing the bottom of this, so I don't have like any wax resist kind of like coming up the side of the foot here. Just gonna have to wipe a bit of that off. Okay, so let me think. So I'm pretty sure on Wednesday afternoon, like after the stream, I'm going to pick up the batches that just came out of the kiln. They're going to come out of the kiln. I'm pretty sure that's both of them. I guess I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure it's both. And then Thursday and Friday, I am going to cancel the stream. Definitely probably just hustling with the holiday ornaments and try to get those decorated as soon as I can. And then, yeah, I should be back on Monday for probably doing a live stream. But yeah, once I get the ornaments back, I really want to hustle with them. I don't like, I'm gonna be definitely working on a bunch of them outside of the stream, so I think it's going to be really random, like what like I don't think there's going to be like just one that we're working on in the stream. I don't know. I think it might be a little messy. Okay. I think this is looking okay. Okay, I think that is good. Let me see. Oh, we have a little spot. Oh wait, I didn't do between the ears yet. Also, if you're wondering, you don't have to use wax resist if you don't want to. I don't know. I kind of feel like feel like it makes it a little bit easier to clean the foot, but you don't have to use it. I think a lot of people do, because I think a lot of people probably would say that it is, maybe saves a little bit of time. I don't know. I use this wax on resist, this purple stuff by Mr. Marks. And it's just like, it's just liquid all the time. I think that's like the benefit of using this over like a regular block a block of wax, because you'd have to like melt that. But this stuff is like always like liquidy, and it's just like ready to use. I think that's really, and it's colored. I think those are only like things that make it different than just, you know, some regular old block of wax. I don't know, beeswax or something. This thing is almost dry. I wonder if it really looks that different, if it's wet on here or if it's, you know, dried and then I tap water on it. I have like no idea. I like just started using Underglaze like, I don't know, maybe a year ago. It has not been that long. I am not any kind of like expert whatsoever. Oh geez, we only have like 2 minutes left. Kinda, yeah, like 2 minutes, I guess. So right. I don't know, I guess we'll just end it here. I'll just like wash my brushes for our outro. Sorry, this is, I don't know, I feel like this is not all that exciting, but I'm not really sure if anything I do is all that exciting either. Yeah, so I don't know. It's just a look into my process, I guess, and I don't know. People can take it or leave it. I don't know. But this is how I do things. I've only been doing ceramics like just completely on my own without, you know, taking a class or anything with a teacher. I've been doing this only for 2 years. So I don't know like a ton. And I'd say I took like 2 university classes, so that's kind of like, I would say my experience is just about a total of like 3 years, but that 1 year was mostly wheel throwing and using glazes. I didn't use any underglazes back then. So some of this is just completely new to me. But I don't know, I hope you guys learned something. Maybe learn from my mistakes. But yeah, that's our stream for today. Let me think. For anybody watching on Twitch, be sure to follow along so you know when I come on for videos. Again, Thursday and Friday will be canceled for this week. The October 24th and 25th. And all the videos are uploaded to YouTube at calieandco. There I have a whole live stream playlist if you want to check that out. See the other videos that I've done for the stream. And I also have like some other videos on YouTube as well. A few ceramic tutorials. I have a few videos for small handmade business topics and for just kind of like things that for like general artists, maybe. You don't have to do like ceramics for them. So yeah, be sure to subscribe on YouTube, give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment, maybe let me know what you think about those cat eyes or the whole face in general. The 3 that I've been working on, they're just gonna go like that. They're just gonna be fired as is. But if I get any comments about, you know, the face for the, you know, future cat dishes, I'll be considering them. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. And that's it for today. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope this wasn't too boring. And probably next Monday, the 28th, I think we could probably do like a kiln reveal for the ones that were glazed. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And yeah, I think that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Bye. Have a great day.